What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Let me know y'all can hear me. All right. And as you come in, please get that thumbs up if you don't mind. It is 11:30 my time, so it's still morning here. I think some places it may be already afternoon, and some places it may be still early morning. Maybe still early morning, like in California. I think it would be 9:31 down there. So it's still early morning for them. You know, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Guys, here we are in this second day of 2024. I mean, even though this story happened like right before New Year's, but like I said yesterday when I did my live, I mean, I don't see things getting any better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And this right here is just too ridiculous. How does this happen? Why does it happen? Why are we being irresponsible? Why are we being neglectful? I don't know. All I know is you have two 10-year olds that's involved in this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the show. That's right. That's right. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. What's going on, everybody? Y'all know who I am. I am Chris Thorns, and I am here breaking in another news story to you. Okay, one I'm doing with a very heavy, heavy heart because this is just so sad. This is sad, man. And again, when you get these stories, I had about 10 or 15 of y'all send me the story yesterday, and I just like, wow, this is crazy, man. And when you see these titles of these stories, again, you want to say, man, this is not real. I hope they got the title wrong. I'm hoping the story is being told wrong. Somebody got some misinformation or anything like that. But unfortunately, when you look at this stuff, it actually it's real. It's real. No jokes, no games, nothing laughing. It is all real. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to reveal a story to y'all about a 10-year-old who was shot and killed by another 10-year-old. Let me repeat that again in case y'all need to clean your ears out. I said what I said. I'm finna present to y'all a story of a 10-year-old that was shot and killed by another 10-year-old. All right? The other 10-year-old who shot the other 10-year-old got a hold of his dad's gun. Now, when they say stolen, I'm not sure. Are they saying the 10-year-old stole the dad's gun or the dad's gun was stolen, period? And now the dad and the son has been detained for this situation. The 10-year-old name who has been shot and killed name is KJ. Real name is Keith Frierson, if I'm saying it right. Keith Frierson. This story comes out of Sacramento. All right. To give y'all a little meat and potatoes of the story. The meat and potatoes of it says what I'm looking at right here. A 10-year-old boy took a stolen gun from his father's car and then shot and killed another 10-year-old boy with it in Foothill Farms area of Sacramento County, the sheriff officer said. The sheriff officer said the shooting happened Saturday around 4:30 in the parking lot of apartment complex in the 4700 block of Greenholme Drive. All right. The deputies responded to a scene and gave CPR to the boy, who later died at the hospital. Family members identified the victim as Keith KJ Frierson. Aunt Erika said the child had just come outside his apartment to ride his bike when his life was cut short. He was smart, very intelligent, kind, loving, respectful, Erika said. He didn't deserve this. He still had a whole life to live. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. As we go further into the story, I want y'all to listen to this. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office said Sunday that its investigation determined that the suspected 10-year-old shooter had gone to his father's vehicle to get him cigarettes. The boy then took a gun from the car and bragged that his father had a gun. Wait a minute. So you were supposed to go to the car and get cigarettes. You saw the gun and bragged about your dad having a gun. It goes on to say the sheriff officer said that the boy shot the 10-year-old and then ran into a nearby apartment. It's unclear what specifically prompted the shooting. The dad's name is Arkete, Arkete Davis. He was legally prohibited from owning or possessing a firearm. He's 53 years old. All right. And him and his son, right now, again, have been detained or arrested or whatever you want to call it for this situation. Just hearing that alone without even playing any videos is sad within itself. Would you agree? Just even reading that alone is sad within itself. It is. It is. But as always, guys, I want y'all to hear it for yourself.
Fighting back tears, loved ones lay flowers and light candles for a young soul taken too soon. Family members say 10-year-old Keith Frierson, affectionately called KJ, was shot and killed at this apartment complex on Greenholme Drive.
10 years old, no, they was only 10.
Somebody said, turn on my mic, they can't hear me. Am I low? Can y'all hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me? Cause I never had a problem with this mic. Yeah, this mic too damn expensive for it to be going out now. Can y'all hear me? Yo. Oh, hold on. Let me see something. Hold on, let me see something. I hope ain't no settings got changed up in here. Hold on. Okay, I hear a lot of people say that it's low. Hold on, let me see if my settings getting changed or something. Hold on, let me check out something. Where would I go? No, it's in there. I'm wondering, is this the reason right here? Is this the reason? Let me see. Y'all give me a minute. Give me just a minute. Nah, everything look like it's in place. I don't know. I don't see no reason why it would be low at all. How does it sound now? How does it sound now? I don't want to turn it up too much now because I don't want to start getting no feedback. Yo. Is it better now? Oh, okay. Oh. Well, I don't know. Some people, I don't. Well, I don't know. I listen to the replay myself. Okay. All right. Here we go. My bad. Here we go.
Fighting back tears, loved ones lay flowers and light candles for a young soul taken too soon. Family members say 10-year-old Keith Frierson, affectionately called KJ, was shot and killed at this apartment complex on Greenholme Drive.
10 years old. No, he was only 10 years old.
KJ's aunt Erika, struck by grief, her heartbreak is palpable.
And he didn't deserve this. He still had a whole life to live.
Erika says KJ came out of his apartment to ride his bike when his life was cut short.
He wasn't even outside 15 minutes. And the little boy shot my nephew.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says a 10-year-old boy shot another 10-year-old boy around 4:30 Saturday afternoon. Investigators say the 10-year-old suspected shooter went into his father's vehicle to get him cigarettes. He then took a gun from inside, bragging that his father had one, and shot the other 10-year-old. The Sheriff's Office arrested the father and the son. The victim, who the family says is KJ, was taken to the hospital where he later died.
Parents don't watch their kids.
Erika blames the parents as much as the child.
My nephew's blood is on y'all hands. Y'all allowed y'all son to do this to my 10-year-old nephew.
Detectives believe the alleged shooter's father, 53-year-old Arquette Davis, tried to get rid of the gun. Investigators found it in a nearby trash can and discovered that it was reported stolen in 2017. The sheriff's office also says Davis was legally prohibited from owning or possessing a firearm. As the family continues to process the terrible tragedy that unfolded here, they have a message to others in the community.
Y'all parents need to know how to put y'all weapons away. Teach y'all kids right. Because this wasn't right.
For now, loved ones are holding on to KJ's memory.
He was smart, very intelligent, kind, loving, respectful.
Each candle a symbol for his bright light. Reporting in Sacramento County.
We just need justice and a lot of support.
Orko Manna, KCRA 3 News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? Wow, that is insane. That is insane. I saw somebody say earlier, why would you see him go to the car to get cigarettes? That's not really my issue with this situation. My issue with this situation is, you hot, all right? You hot. You shouldn't be sending your son to get to the car to get anything like that where you're hot. Now, you somebody that you don't have any trouble or you don't have any history of dealing with the police or whatnot, then sending the child to get the cigarettes, I really don't have a problem with that. But I guess I can understand some people probably have a problem with that as well. But my thing is, you hot. You got a stolen gun in the car, knowing you got it in the car, and you don't have it secured while you sending this young man out to go get your cigarettes, all right? So, children are curious. So he went to the car and saw that. He was curious, and I'm pretty much sure you probably seen a lot of violence and gang stuff on TV and probably play violent video games at home. So he's aware of what he saw. It was a gun. Okay. So when he saw the gun, I'm assuming, he hid the gun, gave the daddy cigarettes, and went to the other 10-year-old and started bragging about the gun and started showing off the gun, and I'm going to assume that the gun accidentally went off. All right, because I haven't read anything to say that they had got into an argument or anything. Not as of yet. I have not read anything that says that. So that would be my major problem right there. Not just really him getting the cigarettes, but you hot. You hot right now, man. You got a stolen gun in the car, so that's why they say the gun is stolen. The gun is stolen, period. That's what they mean. The gun is stolen, period. All right? So, dude, you hot right now. All right? And you sent your 10-year-old son to the car to get cigarettes and did not have the weapon secured. All right? How many times we have done stories like that? How many times we have done stories like this where these neglectful ass parents do not put these weapons up? All right? Did we just not do a story of a mother whose child got a hold of her gun and he took the gun to school and shot his teacher? Did we just do a story about that? Let's go further. Didn't we just do another story about another 10-year-old who wanted something off of Amazon? His mama didn't want it. Said she wasn't going to get it for him. He knew how to get into the gun box and got it and shot the mom. But the crazy thing about him is he had no remorse for doing it. He was still worried about his package come to his grandma's house. We could go on and on and on about this. And it's the same how people say it. It's the same shit, just a different day. We only in the second day of 2024. And it's the same shit constantly happening over and over again. And then you try to go hide the gun. There's no point of you hiding the gun at this point. Your son already did the damage. So what are you hiding the gun for? They know where it came from. So there's no point of you hiding the gun. And then you hid the gun nearby. Okay? There's no point of you doing none of that. The cat is already out of the bag. Because when they talk to your son, he's going to say, I got the gun from daddy's car. This is why I say, guys, stupidity does not have no color. Ignorance does not have a color. Common sense don't have no color. It doesn't. Doing stupid shit doesn't have any color. It's all across the globe. It's all across the globe. And that's a damn shame that a 10-year-old cannot be a 10-year-old. That's a damn shame. A 10-year-old can be a 10-year-old. Riding his bike. And right after Christmas, this is what happens. That's sad, man. That's sad. They're just sad. But hold up. It gets worse. Girl, I don't know how deep you went into this story, but I heard something last night that just damn near made me fall out of my chair when I heard it. I want y'all to hear this and hear it loud and clear.
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone.
A mom grieving for her 10-year-old seen here in his football uniform. Another 10-year-old is in a detention facility accused of killing him. Tonight we're learning the boy killed and his older brother just lost their father a year ago.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I know it's going to be a minute for y'all to catch up. Did y'all just hear that? Carol, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Carol? And everybody else who sent me this story, did y'all hear that? They lost their father prior. They lost their father prior. When I heard this and hearing the story, y'all can just see the look on my face when I heard that. I said, wow, how worse can this story get? It's going to get worse. Just by hearing the dad got the hot gun and whatever that's going on with him, it's finna get worse. All the details just ain't out yet. It's finna get worse. I can imagine they probably finna say the daddy got a long criminal history. They probably finna say that. All right. They probably going to say that the 10-year-old probably got behavior issues. Right now, just speculation. It's just speculation. But one of the two I'm going to be right about. Either the daddy got a long history with the law, or the son has behavior issues. Or I may be correct, it could be both of them. But I know I may be right about one of them. And 9 times out of 10, the one that I'm right about is about the dad probably got a long criminal history. All right? So now, we always ask where the dad at. Now, for this story, I want to ask where the mama was at. All right? Where's the mama of that 10-year-old that got in trouble at? Where was she at? What happened? Or could it be one of them situations, hey, he was over there spending time with the dad. And if that's the case, I guess I can't say nothing about that. But now, I'm asking where the mom at on this one. And could it be any different if the mom was around? Could this have been avoided? I don't know. But this boy right here, KJ, now he's gone to heaven. Gone too soon. Now he's going to see his dad again. But not the way he should be seeing him right now. For God's sakes, he's only 10 years old. They just lost their daddy not too long ago. And when I heard this, I said, man, you got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But I ain't listened to the whole thing, so maybe they're going to say how the dad died. I'll be interested to know how he died.
Facility accused of killing him. Tonight we're learning the boy killed and his older brother just lost their father a year ago. This mom now without her husband and one of her sons. We've got a lot to unravel with this case tonight at 10. I'm Marley Ginter.
And I'm Curtis Ming. CBS 13's Hunter Sowers is live at Foothill Farms where a memorial happened tonight to tell us what comes next in this case. Hunter?
Yeah, Curtis, you can see that memorial still behind me. So many people just in disbelief that something like this could happen. It was a night of raw emotion, but it was a night of memorializing that 10-year-old. His mother, though, demanding justice. It has many asking, what does justice look like when the suspect is also a 10-year-old?
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone.
Heartbroken and horrified that something like this could happen to her child, 10-year-old Keith Frierson.
The only adult outside, not too far from the kids, walked past him and somehow got his gun, shot my baby.
Dozens gathered, lighting candles for Keith, known to many as KJ, remembering his smile, his love of sports, and his charisma. His mother, dealing with the death of her son just a year after losing her husband, KJ's father, to fentanyl poisoning.
Wow.
On Saturday, Sacramento Sheriff's deputies responded.
And see, that's another thing, too, we've been hearing coming up lately, too, fentanyl. So now they just said that they lost their dad to fentanyl poisoning. So I don't know if this was supposed to be prescribed fentanyl, or was he just taking it? Could it be possibly a drug overdose? I don't know, because I know a lot of times when you're in the hospital, they do give you fentanyl, but it's only a certain amount because they know how deadly this shit is. Well, wow, he died from fentanyl poisoning. Wow, this is wild, man. We can't make this up. This is wild, man. This just shouldn't have happened, man. But it happens. It happens.
To an apartment on Greenholme Drive where they say a 10-year-old had gone to the car to get cigarettes for his father when he found his gun. That's when investigators say he started showing it off and pulled the trigger.
He will pay for this. He will get justice for my son.
The suspected 10-year-old shooter is in custody. His father, Arkeet Davis, was found to be a convicted felon. The gun used was stolen. Investigators say his father tried to help cover the crime by throwing the gun in a trash can.
It's really uncommon, but it does happen.
Criminal defense attorney Mark Reichel has tried similar cases involving youth. I mean, how much of this is really going to fall on the child.
We don't take anybody under 16 anymore to adult court. And even under 14, it's just hard to believe that you could charge with a crime. If he's convicted, he would go to the youth authority.
Reichel says a judge will determine whether the child's actions were premeditated.
Hold y'all, baby. Hold them. We can't even let our kids go ride bikes.
You can hear the grief in her voice. So many here, again, just cannot believe something like this could happen in a neighborhood, in a community like this. There have started outreach efforts for trying to connect with people to maybe get ahead of something like this happening in the future. The sheriff's office taking steps to also make sure that no other child find themselves in a similar situation. The father, though, is behind bars that we spoke of, $500,000 bail. He's facing a number of firearms charges, as well as child endangerment and, of course, accessory after the crime. Curtis,
a loaded gun left in a car where a child was able to access it.
Yeah, unthinkable.
It's so unthinkable. All right, thank you.
And a snack.
Absolutely. So those are
unbelievable. 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 I don't even know what to say behind that. I really don't. I don't know what to say behind it. Two things I want to say. One, I may be wrong for saying. Two, I'm sure y'all probably gonna agree with what I'm saying. The one that I know y'all gonna agree with what I'm saying is, and here's another problem about why I say, you sent that boy out to get cigarettes and you know that you hot. If something was to happen, sir, it's not gonna fall on the 10-year-old. All that shit gonna fall on you. So you just fucked up your own freedom because you didn't want to go to the car and get your own damn cigarettes, all right? You sent him out to go get the cigarettes, so you fucked up your own freedom. Probably nothing's going to happen to that boy. Y'all just heard what the defense attorney just said. Anybody under 16, man, it's pretty much nothing they really do about it. I guess at least down there in Sacramento, they don't. Well, other areas of the world, they probably would consider doing something. But in a nutshell, at the end of the day, regardless where you at, it's still going to fall on the adults because y'all supposed to be we supposed to be the responsible one. Amen. But that's not what happened in this case. That's not what happened in this case. Your laziness and your neglectfulness got you in trouble. You ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. You can sit up here and try to blame that boy saying he the one that shot him. I ain't shot him. Yeah, technically that's right. But you being neglectful did not put that gun up where he cannot see it. All right? So he got a hold of it and boom. Look what happened. Now, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this, what I caught what the mom said. And I'm not trying to throw no shade, but we talk about this a lot over here about when you let your children outside and stuff like that, how much supervision you need to provide. If y'all heard her, she said the only adult was out there, and I guess it's supposed to have been him, a cat. He's supposed to be the only adult out there, whatever she just said. So when she said that, I caught it. I'm like, so when none of y'all outside watching him while he was riding his bike, when nobody outside watching him, I thought about that and I like, that kind of cringes me too, when nobody out there watching him, so I want to ask y'all, did any of y'all caught that? And how do y'all feel about that? And would it be wrong to bring that up, and I'm not trying to say that it's anybody's fault, but I guess bringing it up, I'm trying to give some kind of fault or whatnot. I don't know, but when she said that, it kind of caught my attention. What do y'all think about that when she said that? She said, well, the only adult was out there. I guess it was him. It wasn't nobody from his family that was out there watching him riding the bike. So what do y'all think about that when y'all heard that? And I know it's probably gonna take y'all about a minute to hear that, you know. Oh, so what do y'all think about that when y'all heard that? Or do you think nothing of it at all? Yeah, she said the only adult was there. It sounded like she said it was the dad of the other boy. That would have sounded like she said. But I'll play it again now, so I won't get it wrong now. I'll play it again. As a matter of fact, let's do that now, because maybe I heard it wrong. I know she said the only adult out there, and I believe she was talking about Arquette, the dude, the young man daddy, but I could be wrong.
A mom grieving for her 10-year-old seen here in his football uniform. Another 10-year-old is in a detention facility accused of killing him. Tonight we're learning the boy killed and his older brother just lost their father a year ago. This mom now without her husband and one of her sons. We've got a lot to unravel with this case tonight at 10. I'm Marley Ginter.
And I'm Curtis Ming. CBS 13's Hunter Sowers is live at Foothill Farms where a memorial happened tonight to tell us what comes next in this case. Hunter?
Yeah, Curtis, you can see that memorial still behind me. So many people just in disbelief that something like this could happen. It was a night of raw emotion, but it was a night of memorializing that 10-year-old. His mother, though, demanding justice. It has many asking, what does justice look like when the suspect is also a 10-year-old?
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone.
Heartbroken and horrified that something like
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone, so I'm going to pin mark that.
this could happen to her child, 10-year-old Keith Frierson.
The only adult outside, not too far from the kids, walked past him and said,
The only adult that was outside, not too far from the kids, walked past him. So, okay. I did hear it right then, you know. Apparently, either she talked about somebody else was out there or the boy dad was out there. I don't know who she talking about when she said adult. You know, was it somebody else that was out there, or is she talking about Arquette was out there? So I thought I heard her right. You know, she said the only adult that was out there. Again, I'm not gonna make a big issue about that. But at the same time, you know, there would be my own only kind of small gripe with her, you know. I mean, why no adults that was at your apartment, if there was any more besides you there, was nobody watching, you know? That would be my only hiccup on this, you know. But it's nothing. I guess I'm not going to make a big issue about it because again, even though nobody on that side was watching, she didn't expect for this to happen. Nobody expect for this to happen. Okay, hell, I can walk outside of my driveway right now, check the mail, and I get shot. I would not expect that to happen, you know. But I guess me being an adult, 43 years old. Versus a 10-year-old, I guess that's a whole different ball game. Would y'all agree or would y'all not agree? See, I'm seeing a lot of y'all saying that somebody should have been out there. So I'm not wrong for bringing it up. So y'all saying I'm not wrong for bringing it up then. All right? Because I could go raw dog, but with a lot of stories, man, I try to calm it down some. You know, so I'm not wrong for bringing it up. Y'all think that's fair for bringing it up. All right? So y'all think that? So y'all feel like that's a fair assessment to bring that up? Cause she said that. She said the only adult was out there. She didn't say I was the only adult. She didn't say her boyfriend or whoever might have been at the apartment at the time. She said the only adult was out there. You know, so y'all don't feel I was wrong for bringing it up. And while y'all answering that question, 'cause I know y'all got it will take a minute for y'all to catch up. Curl, Miss D's, George Jackson. Hey, George, what's going on? Happy New Year to you. Mr. Queen, hey, honey. Cammy, Burchett, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I was hoping her dad would come in. Mel would come in. Jermaine Day said, I blame the dad for sending his son to the car. Yes, I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. I don't know how long you've been listening, but yeah, I said, Jermaine, tell what you think about this. I don't know how long you've been listening. Here's why I said why I got the problem with the dad was because it's not so much that he sent his son out to get the cigarettes. I really don't have a real big issue with that part. The part I got a problem with is you sent him out there knowing that you hot, okay? Meaning you got a stolen gun in your car, all right? Or let alone you got a gun, period, that's left in the eyesight of your 10-year-old son. That's my problem with it. You know, you too lazy and neglectful to get up your own goddamn self, go get your own cigarettes. But see, you hot, man. You hot. And the gun is where he can see it. And you send him out to get cigarettes? Yes, this is his fault. Nobody else's. You hot. You hot, dude. And you sent him out there to get the gun? Yeah. There you go. He said, I agree. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up. You hot, man. So, yes, it's all his fault. It's all his fault. But my thing was when she just said that, you know, the owner adult was out there, you know, I wanted to bring it up too. And I seen a lot of y'all saying that, hey, I see some of y'all feel the same way too. But whoever listen later, you know, probably like, well, you know, I don't know, Chris. I don't think we should look at that. And you may be right. Maybe we should not look at that. But to the people who say we should not look at that part that she said the only adult was out there, I want y'all to think about this. And hear me good when I say this. In the world that we're living in right now, you really can't take your eyes off your children for a second. Amen. What are you in the house or outside? Because we see now things can happen just like this. Soon as you blink your eyes, anything can happen. All right. So that's the only point I'm really trying to make on that. You know, you can't just really take your eyes off of them, man, you know, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Just like she said, he wasn't even outside 15 minutes. Look what happened. That shows you right there. Anything can happen just like that. All right? So I want people to understand who may come listen to this later. That's the only thing I'm trying to point out. I'm not blaming her for anything. I'm not saying this is her fault. I actually feel for her. I really do. Because this shouldn't have happened at all. It shouldn't have happened at all. Because I'm pretty much sure this young man probably been outside plenty of times. Playing, riding his bike, minding his own business, and all that stuff. Ain't nothing happened. But unfortunately, it just be that one day that come. That something happened. And that day has came. All right? And I hate to say it like that, but it did. But I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming her, though. All this is on that dude's fault. Seriously. He did this. He was neglectful. And his son's actions got you caught. Remember what the ancestors told us. What happens in the dark comes to the light. You can run from the light all you want to, but that light going to eventually catch up with you. All right? And it caught up with him. You stole that gun back in 2017. 7 years later, you got caught. You got caught. You got caught. Okay. You got caught. So for people who probably disagree with that, you know, I promise you I get it, but that's the only point that I'm making, man. You just gotta, man, you just gotta be careful, man. Then on top of that, man, you know, you lost your dad. She lost her husband. Man, that's crazy. Losing a husband and a child. I can imagine anybody going through that. I can only imagine. We learned that the boy and his older brother lost their father a year ago. Their mom is now without a husband and one of her sons. He went outside for his bike. Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone, said Brittany Frierson. Brittany's heartbroken and horrified that stuff like this could happen to a 10-year-old. The only adult outside, he walked by him and somehow got his gun and shot my baby. Okay, the only adult outside, he walked by him and somehow got his gun and shot my baby. The only adult out. Okay, who's the only? I guess more. Okay, yeah, this is how the statement said. The only adult outside. Then she says he walked by him. And somehow, okay, she talking about a cat then, okay? And somehow got his gun and shot my baby. She lost her husband to fentanyl poison. Jesus Christ. The 10-year-old had gone to the car to get cigarettes for his father. Inside the vehicle, found the gun. That's when investigators say he started showing it off and pulled the trigger. Wow. He got the gun, started showing it off, and he pulled the trigger. So it was no argument or nothing. It was a 10-year-old showing off the gun and pulled the damn trigger. He was just showing it off. And pulled the trigger. So no argument, no anything. But now, I want to know this. With all this being said, did they even know each other? I want to know that. Did KJ even know the 10-year-old? Or were they just neighbors? Wow. Yeah, Ron, according to this, it was an accident. According to this now, I mean, I don't know now. Because they say he started showing it off and he pulled the trigger. That's what's getting me right there. He was showing it off and pulled the trigger. So here's going to be some of the questions now. When he pulled the trigger, was he aiming it at the boy? Or was he just playing around with it and the bullet just went flying? And KJ got hit. But he was showing it off and pulled the trigger. Then they go on to say he will pay for this. He will, said Frierson. We will get justice for my son. The suspected 10-year-old shooter is in a youth detention facility. His father, Ikette Davis, was found to be a convicted felon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody kept saying in my chat room, saying he's a convicted felon. What I tell y'all, man, I ain't even read this yet. I told y'all. It's going to come out that the dude probably got a long history. Unless y'all already looked up this dude's name, and I won't be too surprised Kurt already looked up his name. I told y'all right about one of them. Either he got a long criminal history record, which probably is going to come out, or the son had behavior issues. All right? Or it could be both. All right? But we see it now. The dad is a convicted felon. All right? So kudos to the one who kept saying it in the chat room. But then again, I guess common sense should have told me that he is a convicted felon. I mean, hell, he did steal a gun. So, wow. You know. But I guess the reason I didn't really think about that part, because we have done stories where people say that a lot of these people who do the crime, they don't have criminal histories. Just like the boy who killed his mama. Derek, Rosa, they say he don't have no criminal history. He never been in trouble. You know, they say he's an honor roll student. Well, he a criminal now. Lady Lolo, Happy New Year, babe. How you doing? He a criminal now. All right. He is a convicted felon, and the gun used was stolen. Investigators say he tried to help cover the crime by throwing a gun in the trash can. It's really uncommon, but this does happen, said the criminal defense attorney Mark whoever the hell his name is, Reichel, has tried similar cases involving youth. How much of this is going to fall on the child? Excuse me. We don't take anybody under 16 anymore to adult court. Oh, they don't take it to adult court. And even under 14, it's just hard to believe that you could charge with a crime, he said. Excuse me. If he's convicted, he will go to a youth authority. Okay, so they don't take it to adult courts no more, so they can't charge. They don't charge. If they under 16, they won't charge them as an adult anymore. But however, though, I guess they had their own courts for the youth, and if he is convicted, he will go to the youth authority. A judge will determine whether the child actions were premeditated. I want to know that too. Now, was this premeditated? Did he aim at him and shoot, or was he just showing it off and the bullet just went flying? And was it done with evil intent? That is a damn good question. I would like to know that myself. Did he do this with premeditated intent? Or was he just showing it off and the gun accidentally went off? Good question. Good question. Good question. All right. Y'all still here? The mic still good? Y'all still hear me? Y'all still hear my voice? The video still good? Y'all still hear me? Let me know y'all still hear me. Let me know the video still good. No buffering. All right. We got a nice handful in the building. Appreciate you. All right, don't be at work listening and get fired now. All right, so the mic still good, the video still good. All right. I need one. Jermaine, thank you, brother. There would be nothing that made me believe that he didn't. He probably doing what he seen his dad do. All right. And I was just thinking about that before you said it. Could it possibly this man was doing crime in front of his son? So the son already knew what was good when it came to the gun, which is why I'm asking the question this time, where is his mom? Where's his mom? Okay? Where's his mom? I hope she come out and speaks. All right? This is sad, y'all. 10-year-old shot by another 10-year-old, not an adult. Another 10-year-old. Another 10-year-old. Then he played football. That makes it even sad. He was playing football. I love to see when parents get the youth into extracurricular activities like that. Get them into sports. I like that. But sadly, we ain't going to be able to see him develop into a football player because of this.
It's really hard for the family and really the whole community to wrap their heads around how something like this could happen. Not only the fact that a 10-year-old was shot and killed, but that another child is accused of pulling the trigger. Dozens came out here to this apartment complex for that vigil tonight. You can see we still have some family members out here with candles, balloons, and pictures of the victim. You can see what impact this child left to the community, and it's clear that Keith Frierson will be greatly missed. Brittany Frierson is still in shock. Loved ones surrounding her as they honor the life of her 10-year-old son, Keith. He was shot and killed over the weekend.
This wasn't supposed to happen. It's not okay.
Candles, balloons, and photos of Keith sit at the site of the shooting, right outside the family's apartment on Greenholme Drive. The last time Brittany saw Keith was when he went to ride his bike Saturday afternoon.
Not even 15 minutes later, my baby was gone. All because he was enjoying a race with some other kids he considered his friends.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says another 10-year-old boy shot Keith after getting a gun from his father's vehicle. Deputies arrested that boy and his father. Brittany says the shooting happened because that child, someone Keith had played with before, lost the bike race. Investigators say the suspected shooter's father, Arquette Davis, tried to get rid of the gun in a nearby trash can.
Did y'all hear? Whoa! Did y'all hear that?
Brittany says the Keith after getting a gun from his father's vehicle. Deputies arrested that boy and his father. Brittany says the shooting happened because that child, someone Keith had played with before, lost the bike race. Investigators say the suspected shooter's father, Arquette Davis, tried to get rid of the gun in a nearby.
That's what happened. That's what this is about. A bike race? Jermaine, you still in business? Did you hear that? There you go. This was over a bike race? Jermaine, you said earlier, you wonder if his dad did crimes in front of him. I think we just got our answer. He got that from his dad. When his dad get mad, that's what he does. He goes into a rage. And it sounds like to me he goes into a rage for anything petty. And I think we just got our answer. Over a bike race, man, are you serious? A 10-year-old would shoot a 10-year-old because he lost a bike race? Man, it's getting real out here. It's getting real out here, man. Damn. A bike race? I heard it, but I don't want to believe it.
A race with some other kids he considered his friends.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says another 10-year-old boy shot Keith after getting a gun from his father's vehicle. Deputies arrested that boy and his father. Brittany says the shooting happened because that child, someone Keith had played with before, lost the bike race. Investigators say the suspected shooter's father, Arquette Davis, tried to get rid of the gun in a nearby trash can.
And instead of aiding my baby, he tried to hide it. He tried to cover it up. He will pay for this. He will get justice for my son.
The family blames Davis for the fates of both 10-year-old boys.
This is the parents' fault. They failed that child, and it took our baby because they failed him.
Now, all loved ones can do is remember Keith's life and legacy. Dozens gathering at a vigil Monday night to do just that.
A kid that just wanted to have fun.
Keith was described as active and played football for the junior Foothill Mustangs. His coaches also paying tribute to the kid they called a gentle giant.
We're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him a lot. Should have never happened, man.
Everyone here is holding on to Keith's memory. His family says it's helping, even as their hearts are breaking.
All this love and support y'all pouring on me and my family, I thank every last one of y'all.
Just heartbreaking. And back out here live again, the family really trying to soak in this evening with all the candles and balloons here in honor of Keith. And we've learned that the gun used in this shooting was reported stolen in 2017, and the accused shooter's father, Arquette Davis, wasn't even supposed to have a gun in the first place because he's a felon. Davis is expected to be in court this Wednesday. Reporting live from Sacramento County tonight, Orca Manna, KCRA 3 News.
Our hearts are breaking for that mother and her family. Thank you, Orca.
You know, I'm not a drinker and I'm not a smoker. I'm what you call a curious drinker. If you got something that I think it looks tasty, I may ask you, let me taste it to see what it tastes like. But somebody who just go out and say, hey, let's go get a drink, I don't drink. But hearing something like this, man, it probably make you want to take a shot. I just, what can you say after hearing that? This is what this is about. Over a damn bike race. So now I'm entitled to believe that the 10-year-old probably do have behavior issues. When he can't get his way, he throw bad temper tantrums. All right? Just speculation, but I'm pretty much sure I'm probably not wrong. When he don't get his way, he throw bad ass temper tantrums. And probably lose his fucking mind when he don't get his way. All right? You're 10 years old, but got the mind of an adult. And apparently somebody must have showed you, when you get mad, this is how you handle your business. You shoot them. And it could came from your daddy, could come from TV, and again, could be coming from these violent ass video games that y'all people be letting y'all children play. It come from that. But I'm going to keep repeating this again. I'm going to keep repeating this again over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a long ways from the 1980s and the 90s. Shit ain't the same no more. When we grew up, how we would go outside, first, you had to get your homework done. You better not dot that door before you go outside. Secondly, a lot of times you got to ask, can you go outside? And what would they tell you? You can go outside, but you better not go further than X, Y, Z. And 9 times out of 10, you could go no further than the end of the driveway. You make it get away with walking a little bit down on the sidewalk. But they told you you can't go no further than the end of the driveway. Because you know why? Back then, they had somebody that was watching you. They had curtains open. Some of them had windows open so they could hear what's going on in case they had to walk off for a minute and go cook or do whatever. All right? They always had eyes on you. And if they didn't have eyes on you, you best believe the neighbors did. You best believe the neighbors had eyes on you. So you look in that window, you think grandma or granddad or mom and dad ain't looking. They may not be looking, but the neighbor was. And you out there showing your ass. Hey, Chris out there doing so. Or either they'll come outside and say, hey, Chris, you better stop that. Get smart at the mouth. They could go knock on your granddad or grandmama door or knock on your dad or mama door. Hey, Chris was doing so. I told him to stop it. He said that to me. Oh, for real? Hey, partner, come here. What you say to him? What you say to her? And you lucky you don't get your ass tore up. Amen? Right, Jermaine, stay in the yard. And you lucky you didn't get your ass tore up when the neighbor called and told your grandmama or your granddaddy or your mom or your daddy what you was out there doing. We used to call it the village. And they say it takes a village to raise a child. To this day, the words will stick with me. But for some reason, the village is not here no more. I don't know where the village is gone. I don't know if they packed up and moved. Has it been burnt down? But it's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. You had eyes everywhere. Or how many of y'all remember this? How many of y'all remember this? A lot of times, the neighbors had permission to whoop your ass. You should have been talking about, you ain't my mom out there. You can't whoop me. Shit, like hell they can. Like hell they can. If your mom and dad or grandma and granddad gave them the green light to do it, they would tear your ass up. And then make it even worse. When your mom and dad, grandma and granddad get home, you got round 2 coming. You got round 2 coming. How many of y'all remember that? You got round 2 coming. And I don't know who ass would be the worst. Would it be the neighbors or your own folks? Both of them hurt. All right? But your folks gave neighbors permission to whoop your ass. All right? And it was called The Village Helping Raising the Children. It was called The Village Helping Raising the Children. But those times is gone now. It's gone now. You know, and I don't see it coming back no time soon. I don't see it coming back no time soon. This is horrible. Lady Lola said I got my mouth washed out with soap. We talked about that yesterday. Yep, that soap. Yep, we talked about that yesterday. The soap in the mouth. Ooh, boy. I don't know which one I'd rather have, the soap in the mouth or the ass whooping. I mean, I don't know which one I'd rather have, but yep, the soap in the mouth. All this stuff. Now, I'd heard some people say if you got a dirty mouth, they'll put hot sauce on the tongue. You know, I don't know if anybody y'all in the chat rooms do that to y'all children, but I heard people put hot sauce on the tongue when you say something that you ain't supposed to be saying. They put hot sauce on the tongue. I can imagine how that felt. Especially you don't eat hot food. I can imagine how that felt. You say a bad word. The parents out like that didn't hear you say it. Hey Chris, come here for a minute. I want to check out something. You come over there. Hey, open your mouth. Let me see something. You go put that hot sauce on it. Man, your mouth be burning. Don't get none to drink. Go back in there, sit down. Let the effects take control of you. You be like, yeah, you ain't finna drink nothing. Say another cuss word again. Say another one. You been not getting no water. You been not getting no milk, no nothing. You gonna sit there and take it. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Okay, somebody did. Nicole said she got the hot sauce on the tongue. Okay, so somebody did get the hot sauce on the tongue. You know, it's crazy. Hey, look here, what's going on? Ron said, I wonder what you see here, Ron. Ron said, man, Chris, my mom put a bar of soap in my mouth for talking back. Yeah, because they called it a dirty mouth. You had a dirty mouth. Because you had a dirty mouth. You had a dirty mouth, all right? And they're going to make sure they're going to wash all that dirt out your mouth. And they're going to say it again. Lolo said, wake you up. Oh, man, I can't even. The worst ass whooping you could get is when you get woke up with ass whooping. How many of y'all agree with that? That's the worst ass whooping you can get. You're in there asleep, you dreaming off in La La Land, and you waking up to whop, 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 whop. And you like, man, what I do? And they'll tell you what you did while you getting your ass whooped. That was the worst ass whooping, getting whooped out of your sleep. And my mama did that to me a couple of times, man. That shit don't feel good, man. In your sleep? Hell, man, shit. Mine just slapped me in my mouth. I'd have had slaps in my mouth too. Grandma, she may have been old, but that woman had a lick. She pop you in the mouth. She ask you a question, you lie to her, she'll pop you in the mouth. She'll do that too. See, y'all see what I'm saying? You know, look at the discipline we had back then, and there was no problem with that discipline. You know, because people be like, hey, you know, these kids got to learn. Back then, those kind of disciplines, it was no problem. Matter of fact, the discipline was so good, the schools could discipline you. All right? You messing up in class, you get called in the principal office, they had permission to give you licks. They did. And that shit hurts. Or if they didn't want to do it, guess who they gonna call? Your guardianship. And the guardianship will whoop your ass right there in the school. All right? It was not a problem back then. Now, I guess society making everything they got to do with disciplined children, it's a problem now. And I don't get that. It's a problem now. If you whoop your children in public, that's supposed to be a problem? What's the problem? If the kid's falling out throwing temper tantrum and you to say it for the third or umpteenth time, man, hey, you better chill out, man. You better chill out. What's wrong with the parents tearing that ass up. Because here's my thing. If the children want to show out, I want to show out too. We're going to both have some fun. But they calling it abuse now. Is it really? Is it really? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. There you go, Deborah. It was the paddle. But that don't make any sense to me. Everything is abuse now when it comes to disciplining children. Back in the day, the discipline was so good that if you did take children out, let's just say you took them out to the mall or something, and they started falling out, cutting up or whatnot, you actually had parents that go to the nearest clothing store and go literally buy a belt at their clothing store. Once they buy the belt, they get their belt and start whooping their ass. Right there because they showing out. And it wasn't a problem. It wasn't. But now we got to be careful with everything now. My kids went to a private school and some kids got whooped by parents in the school. Yep. You know what to say, Libby. Amen. I did. Yeah, some of them won't even take you to the bathroom. They whip your ass right there in class because they know it was going to embarrass you. And embarrassing it was because the children would laugh at you and they won't let that shit die. They won't let it until it happen to them. They won't let it die. And don't get it twisted, guys. I understand kids will be kids. Kids are going to be kids. But there should be no reason that a 10-year-old get that upset at another 10-year-old for a bike race that he gets a gun and shoots him because he lost a bike race. Oh, Ron, don't even talk about the switch from the tree. Jesus Christ. I think I'm going to bring up, everybody will get triggered about them switches. Woo, everybody will get triggered about the switches. Because I hear some stories, I don't know if it happened in the y'all in the chat room, but I heard some stories now, you get your ass whooped so bad with the switches, they'll tie them up and dip them in water. Now, my grandma used to do this. She'd tell you go get the switch. It was a setup. And you try to go get the smallest or the skinniest switch, she'll go out there and get 3 more. And she'll tie them some bitches up and wear your ass out. But I have heard stories that some parents used to dip the switches in water and tear your ass up. I don't know how they feel. I don't even want to know how they feel. I don't even want to know how they feel. Miss D said back in the day, Mama just looked at us a certain way, and we knew our answers was. Miss D's, long as you've been following me, and I've seen your pictures and stuff, I would always thought you was a sweet girl. I would never think you would ever get in trouble. You just look like you just innocent. You just like you just innocent. You just never got in trouble. You look like you ain't never been on punishment. You just was a good girl, you know. But I see now, you was bad too. You were bad too. She said, my dad used to make me pick my own. Man, your dad used to make you do it? I thought it was always the women that make you do it. That's the first time I heard about the dad make you do it. Oh, wow. Your dad was nothing to play with. Kudos to him then. Your dad wasn't shit to play with. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. Your dad wasn't nothing to play with. There is a difference between discipline and violence. Some parents were very violent. Yes, Sarah Clark. Amen. You are correct. You are correct. You're absolutely correct. And see, guys, we could talk about all this because it can go with this story right here because apparently this 10-year-old, they had no discipline. If he did, it wasn't much. It wasn't much. If he did have discipline, it wasn't much. And I think that's what's wrong in our young generation today. There's no discipline. There's no guidance. All right? There's no discipline. There's no guidance. A lot of these children nowadays is misguided. They're not being told the truth or being told what they need to know about right from wrong. They're not being taught that. Anytime you start seeing this generation now that the little girls around their age jumping on tables and stuff, twerking and carrying on, you know the generation is fucked up. You know it's fucked up now. Back in our era, parents wish their daughter would get up there on the table trying to pop, lock, and drop it. They're going to pop your ass and lock their bet on your ass. You better not get up there doing that shit. Especially if you got on a dress or something like that. Your parents wish you would get outside and start doing all them kind of dances. Because back then they say you a child, not a stripper. Some of them probably say, hey, you a child, not a hoe. I probably recommend saying that. But you know, hey, it's the truth. You are a child. And children don't do that. And not only you a child, you are a young lady. Don't let me catch you doing that again. But in this area, it's allowed. A lot of parents allow them to do that. They think it's funny. They think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. My last word was at 13, and that is when I saw the light. At one point in time, I think we all saw the light. We got that one good ass whooping, and we saw the light. Sarah Claire said, my mother belt us. Then father, your daddy and your mama got you. Now you had damn. Your household wasn't nothing to play with then. If mama got you, then daddy come home and got you. Your household was nothing to play with then. Your household was nothing to play with. Wow. Wow. If you got a whooping by both, you must have did something real bad for that to happen. You must have did something real bad for mama and I don't know why I see mama and dad get you. You must have did something way beyond left. Way beyond left. Or maybe it's just kind of household that you had, you know, hey, if one get you, the other gonna get you because they want you to learn. You know, forever action, that's opposite reaction. They wanted you to learn that. And I guess you can't knock them for it. And I guess you can't knock them for that. Wow. Guys, I got one more video I want to play, and we can leave it at that. And I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. I really appreciate y'all. And like I said, it really warms my heart when I see men come in and speak on these topics. I don't know if Jermaine is a dad. I don't think Ron is a dad, but still, it just feels good to see men to come in and talk about these topics. Of course, you're going to get a lot of women to come in and talk about these topics because, you know, y'all give us life. But I be so happy when I see men come in the comment section and speak on stuff like this, you know. So I feel good. I feel good. All right. I got one more, and we can end it with this.
We do start tonight with some sad news in Sacramento County. Take a look. This 10-year-old was shot and killed just days before the new year. And listen to this. The suspect is another 10-year-old boy. Tonight, the family is holding a vigil for that young victim. ABC 10's Luke Clary is there live. And Luke, this story has just shocked the entire community. It's a heartbreaking start to the new year.
Or you got 3 kids. Okay, that makes it even better, man. Or you have boys and girls, or you have a mixture of both.
Yeah, Chris, it's incredibly sad. And as the sun goes down, the photos are out and the candles are burning now for the victim in the shooting in this parking lot, in this apartment complex in Foothill Farms. And in about an hour's time, we're expecting more family members to come here and join hands in this spot. They'll be coming together in memory of that 10-year-old boy, Keith Frierson. His family affectionately called him KJ, and they say that despite desperate attempts by neighbors, paramedics, and doctors, KJ slipped away on Saturday night. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says that the boy was shot and killed in this parking lot by another 10-year-old boy, and deputies say that that boy found a gun in his father's car. Investigators now believe that that boy's father, Arquette Davis, hid the gun after the shooting, throwing it into a nearby trash can. KJ's family members have described his last day. They say the moment that he innocently asked his mother permission to go outside to ride the new bike that he got for Christmas. They're painting the picture of a really sweet kid, and he leaves behind a mother and a brother. No doubt we will get more details about young KJ and his life that was cut short far too soon in about an hour's time as this vigil begins. But for now, we'll send it back to you.
And we'll be there. Our thoughts are certainly with that family tonight. Luke, thank you. Keep in mind the 10-year-old suspect is now charged with murder. His father is being held at the Sacramento County Jail, accused of 3 gun felonies. Stay with ABC 10 for updates on air and online at abc10.com.
Stupid son of a bitch. Stupid. All because you want some cigarettes and you hot and you sit there, boy, out there to get your cigarettes. Stupid son of a bitch. Stupid. Stupid. He said he got 2 boys, 1 girl. Man, bro, I hope you come back to the channel, man, because I would really love to speak with you and tell me what your thoughts about stories like these and how do you teach your children about the world today. You know, if you don't mind me asking, how old are they? You know, you got, especially for their little girl, well, especially for the girl. I don't know how old they are. But, man, somebody like you, man, I would love to have you up on the platform, man, and as a father, you know, speak on your thoughts on stuff like this and what do you teach them, you know, about society today and what steps or what kind of activities you try to keep them engaged in so they won't get distracted, you know, and fall into the peer pressure of the world today, man. I think there'd be a good conversation to have with you if you have time to do that, you know, not today per se, but, you know, if you had time to do that, man, I would love to talk to you, man. Seriously, I really would. And the other guys who may be listening, they got children, you know, have a dad panel, let y'all hear these stories and tell me what, you know, what are y'all doing teaching them today, you know? I think they'll be nice. I think they'll be real nice, man. My girl's 9, boys 15 and 10. Amen, man. Amen, man. More power to you, brother. Power to you, my man. 9 years old. Got a 9-year-old baby girl. All right. Ron said, Chris, the way things going on in America and the schools and the kids killing kids, I don't think I want kids. Ron, I've been saying that for the longest. Every time I do these stories, I be so glad I don't have any children. I'm glad I don't. And I wanted me a little girl for the longest. My sister's the closest I got to a daughter because, again, I raised her. I did her daddy job. It was forced on me. You know, that's the only thing I got close to a child other than, you know, women I may have met in my life and I call them my godchildren, whatever the case may be, you know. But to actually have a biological child of my own, I ever had the pleasure to have that. But, you know, at this point, I'm glad that I don't. I'm glad that I don't, man, because this shit would make me go fucking nuts. All the shit that's going on, this shit make me go nuts. I'll go nuts. Especially for if I had a girl, especially my baby girl, man, I would lose my marbles. All right? I would lose all my brain cells with these folks fucking with my babies. Miss D, that's a good question. That's why I love you being in the chat room. That is a damn good question. And I'll have to wait till I get into updates, you know? But apparently somebody must have told the mom that for her to say that, you know, that's what happened. But that's a good question. Is that the reason why he got the gun? Or was that the cover story that's being told? That's a good question. That's a good question. We just have to wait and see. Miss D's, Jermaine, Lady Lolo, Ron, Deborah, Sarah, Nicole, Libby, Carol, LaKendra, Ravenheart, Mystic Queen, Night Owl, Candy Lee, Joel, Tina, Cammy, Roro, somebody named with a Y up here, Yopa Girl, I don't know how to, sorry if I said that wrong. Roller Mal, Sherry, Ramen Girl, Duchess, Chasing Amy. Ooh, there's a lot of people that's up in here. Well, I don't think they're gonna let me see everybody who's up in here. Okay. I want to say to each and every last one of y'all, man, you know, whatever y'all doing, if you have children that's underage or not, or you have children that's teenagers, you know what I'm saying? You got them on the right track. Please keep them on the right track. Because we seeing now, this world is just too cold. Anything can happen, and it's drop of a dime. Be careful who you letting around your children. Be careful who you letting around your teenagers, because it gets worse when they get older. All right? We just have to be careful around of our surroundings, period. And we got to be careful of the company that we keep, because everybody don't have the best interest for you. Amen? And I've been saying that for the longest. Everybody don't want to see you do good. All right? We got a lot of people that slick jealous right there in your face. You got people that be right there in your face smiling, kiki and kai-kaiing, but jealous of you. Because they feel like, or you got something that they want when they can easily go and get it. But since you got it, they jealous of you because you got it. And we know jealousy is a motherfucker. Jealousy is a motherfucker. So y'all got y'all children on the right track, underage or teenagers. Please keep doing what y'all doing. All right? And if they already grown and respectful, I want to say bless all your hearts, man. And pass on the message to them to teach their children and put them on the right path. Amen. We can still save some of these children. We can't save all of them, but we can still save some of them. All right? But it starts with us. It starts with us. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. I love y'all. This is so sad. Stay tuned for updates. We got a nice crowd that came in today. Love y'all for that. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. All right. I'm gonna try to get the website back up and rolling again. You know, I just really had a chance to put a lot of stuff on there. I'll drop the website up in there probably the next stream. Let y'all come over there and sub up to the website. So, because I know a lot of people ask me about my membership. There'll be my membership right there. Just subscribe to the website. But we'll talk about that in another stream. Love y'all. Again, Happy New Year to y'all. Be safe. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.